Bones Highland, he's also looked very good. Put on 11 pounds in the offseason. Gets into the paint, gets the game's
position. And then also being able to make plays for your teammates.
Great deflection by Paul George. Highland behind the back. Kawhi Leonard says aloha. Markkanen rises for the rebound. I triple check this.
Okay.
If I'm wrong about this, please find me and you can tell me as Horton Tucker fires up and in.
But they're professionals. They've been in the league for a while. They should be able to jump. But you learn your teammates. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn about the offense and the systems.
Participating in the drills. They were actually on a separate part of the court. And I felt that at times, especially early on in the season, you could feel a bit of a disconnect. Everybody has been a full participant over this first week of training camp. Leonard with a size advantage, the skill advantage. I beg your pardon. 12-10, Utah out in front. Preseason is always interesting. You never know how long these players are going to play. Clippers will spend the night here tonight. They will leave tomorrow morning. These two teams back at it in the Emerald City, George.
Challenge correct. So I really do love that rule change.
They are still billable hours. George for three, and he continues to.
In a system that allowed him to utilize his skill set, and he flourished from there.
Deep three for Kawhi, misses badly. Zoo going up against Olynyk, lays it in.
How this all meshes together, and guys have to be open to changing a little bit how they play.
Island, nice pass there by the Clippers and how they have been able to advance and kind of start this year. Covington, the fastest hands in the West, gives it to Moon. The tap in is by Martin through the second quarter. Abaji mugged from behind, a whistle and a foul. There's George. Kawhi Leonard will check in at the next dead ball for the Clippers. George from the wing. Martin in the corner for three. It is good.
The passion that you have for the game, you see it with the players and coaching staff, and we have it as well as announcers.
Power play for the Clippers. What a shot by Highland. It seemed like from our eyes, he was warming up. He was getting a full lather in during the Phoenix series, but he later revealed, no, it took me another couple of months.
Provide a lot, but again, you couldn't take the chance last year if you weren't completely healthy, because then you'll be coming into this year still injured and questions are
brought along. They kept him in the loop at all times, having a 5-minute daily conversation with Ty Lue, no matter what was going on.
Kawhi Leonard with a LinkedIn page. Nah, man, that's not going to happen.
Markkanen gets around a double team and an impressive one. Leonard sets his feet and flings up a three and knocks it down.
Was outstanding. Now, wouldn't you want to see that too in times when it wasn't any kind of disaster where people came to the aid of each other?
Plumlee with a
is uncoachable. Now he just has to figure out when, how, and where to use it.
Nice move by Highland, getting around a couple of defenders and then swooping in.
Being in the proper position that you can provide help.
A much different looking lineup to start the second half for the Clippers, but one that I'm interested in, and I think the fans are too. Kobe Brown wrestling inside with Kessler diving on the floor, but it comes away for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, watch for a lot of movement, pick up the pace. And speaking of pace, when your defense is compromised, you're not matched up, and Sexton with the deep penetration and lob.
Well, this is going to be an interesting. We mentioned it in the first half. We might even see Jamal on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, in Seattle.
That would make the preseason. Paul George at one point, 8 straight points. Finished with those 8 points. Kawhi Leonard 11. Kessler just continues.
In years past, this Clips team has been predicted to be in the top 5, not as much this year. You said this Clipper coaching staff can continue to work with and develop.
First 3 years, Chris Dunn makes his first appearance for Utah here in the preseason. The rebound goes back to the Clippers. Coffee drives. Brown. What a pass. Oh, Clippers. Keontae George rings the rim. Yurt 7 with a second effort here for Utah. Floater no. Abaji tries to tap it up and in. Saved in the hands of Abaji, and he lays it in. Shutting down Rudy Gay in that 27-point comeback back in April of 2012 on that final possession. George whips it ahead to Chris Dunn. Acrobatic layup is good. George stumbles in transition for Utah. Gives to Dunn. Breaks through a couple of defenders. Good ball movement here for Utah. Dunn for 3. It is good. but he knows how to play the game, and he's a lot of fun to watch. He had some great moments in camp in those scrimmages that we mentioned.
One of the better post defenders, rim protectors in Robert Woods. How you replace that is going to be the question.
But all the chips are pushed in the middle. You love to see that kind of urgency from organizations. Williams throws it to be involved in those kind of buyouts. Williams tries to get free. Done. We told you, he is an elite defender. Yurtseven inside, counted at a foul. But if you're just joining us, we talked about the priorities for Ty Lue. I confirmed it with him. Keontae George, we're going to have a great shot to win the overall game. Jordan Miller with the interception and the finish. Went above the 5-minute mark. Here in the fourth quarter, Coffey rumbling down the lane, floats it. No. Rebound will be.
I'm out of here. After the game.
Miller inside with 4:05 to play. Brown for three, knocks it in. Diabate vacuums it in. Here comes Xavier Moon down three. Xavier Moon and the Clippers down one.
The Moon to finish with his left.
Dunn finds an alley and gets to the rim and lays it home. He is strong. He is. Bullet pass into Miller. What a find. What a read. What a feat.
How they make their decisions offensively and defensively.
Dominique, nice move to the baseline to the rim and lays it in. That was a. Did you cover him too?
I'm not even, going to.
Coffey for three. Dunn zigs and zags his way down the lane. Three in the corner is good again. In the second half, Jazz were able to battle back, take a 12-point lead on their own. Dominique, the hot hand. Oh, he banks it in. He took his earpiece out.
He gave me a text and said, get him back. I'm a team player, man.
Oh, Dunn inside. It's good.
No injuries.
No injuries. No injuries across the board for both teams. We're happy to see it. Utah wins. These two teams rematch.